It's the closest thing there is to sort of an interstate in New York, in Manhattan. People do 50, I think the speed limit is 50. People do 65, 70 miles an hour down that road. If I'm driving that SUV and I'm suddenly surrounded by a swarm, and there are a couple of dozen of these guys on bikes, who knows if he was even looking out the front? He might have been looking, at his side mirrors, in the rear view. Who knows?
Right, and the allegations are after this happened, they are surrounding his vehicle, they're striking the vehicle, and they're puncturing his tires, and that's what led him to drive off. And the legal question is whether he reasonably believed that there was an imminent threat of physical injury to himself, his wife, or his toddler. Based on what we know, it's reasonable that he would have thought that he was going to be hurt or his family was going to be hurt. Ultimately, that's the legal question that police have to look at, and so far he has not been charged.
Heather, it sure looks to me like that guy in front who claims that he was just slowing down to look things over. It looks to me like he was trying to intimidate the driver and maybe even trying to cause the accident, which resulted.
I agree with you completely. I think that what's called brake checking. And I think that ultimately, if a civil case is brought against the driver of the SUV, I would most definitely join these bikers, and especially Cruz, who's that person who did the brake checking, because he started this ball rolling. None of this would have happened had he not pulled in front of the SUV and done that brake checking.
Right, because after he got bumped and his bike went over, that's when the other bikers started, puncturing the SUV's tires and all of that.
Right.
Alexian Lean, the guy who was driving, takes off, runs over the biker, and the whole mayhem starts from there. All right, Heather Hansen, Dan Shore, we thank you both. We're going to continue to watch this case. It's a strange one.